Hello everyone and welcome. Today we are diving into an incredible adventure across the Peak District on an ultimate 10-day road trip full of breathtaking landscapes, castles, caves, history, hidden gems and many outdoor adventures. Enjoy! So we kick off our journey spending the first few days in the north of the Peak District, home to dramatic landscapes, iconic villages and hidden gems. And our first stop is Castleton. The village itself is like stepping into a postcard as you explore the cobbled streets lined with independent shops and cafes. But as well as the beauty of the village itself, there are so many other things to do around it. Some of the best I will tell you about now. We'll begin with a breathtaking hike, both figuratively and literally, up the iconic Mam Tor.
I made it. I'm on the top of Mentor.
How's it feel?
Great.
From the iconic ridge leading up to the summit, this 517-metre hill rewards you with panoramic views over Castleton and the Hope Valley below. And if you want to extend this hike, you can head down via the other side of Mam Tor and make your way back to Castleton via Winnats Pass, which is a tremendously steep limestone valley that offers amazing views over the tiny cars below. And trust me, it is a great spot for some adventurous photos. What's going on here?
He's trying to wipe his mud off. Now let him get up. Let him get up.
Upon your return to Castleton, if you've got any energy left after the hike, you can visit Peveril Castle, which was built back in the 11th century and is located on a hill directly above the Peak Cavern. And it also has possibly the best name of any cave in England, just to top it all off. On day 2, we're still staying in the north of the Peak District, but we're heading a short 15-minute drive from Castleton to Bamford Edge. This is a short but sweet hike to a rocky ridge that overlooks the Lady Bower Reservoir below, and it offers what I think is one of the best views over the surrounding area, as well as some more epic photo opportunities if you didn't get enough on the first day. As this is a relatively short hike, this evening would be the perfect opportunity to go and see a very unique bit of hidden history, known as the B-29 overexposed crash site. These are the remains of a World War II bomber that sadly crashed here on this moor in 1948 due to poor visibility during a training mission. All 13 crew members sadly lost their lives in the crash, and the wreckage has been here ever since. It's a real piece of history frozen in time and a very emotional place to visit. Day 3 is all about adventure as we hike to the highest point in the Peak District, which is the summit of Kinder Scout. This hike will definitely get you out of breath, especially if you hike from Edale via the seemingly endless and steep Jacob's Ladder. But the sights are stunning, especially the view of Kinder Downfall, which is located near the summit. This is actually the highest waterfall in the Peak District, and even though it was just a trickle in the summer when we went, I've heard after heavy rain, it is truly spectacular. Today it is time to switch gears and leave the northern part of the Peak District in favour of the southeastern section, which is where our next group of attractions are. And this part of the Peak District is home to industrial history, dizzying hikes and beautiful nature, of which our first stop in this area is Magpie Mine. This was once a thriving lead mine in the 19th century, being one of the most productive and the last one to close down in Derbyshire. The remains are incredibly intact today, and on colder days we can even see the warm air escaping from the still existing mine shaft below.
There's nothing.
You can see the steam.
What steam?
Come stand where I am.
I can't see anything.
Oh yeah, I can see the steam.
It's scary, I don't like it.
Speaking of the immense amount of mining history that is in this area, nearby we can also find Lathkill Dale, a real hidden gem and one of my favourites. You'll instantly notice this valley is packed full of stunning natural scenery and wildlife. But hidden beneath all this are the remains of a bustling mining industry. Be sure to check out Bateman's house, hidden pretty much right in the middle of Lathkill Dale. It's easy to miss, but enables you to venture down into an old mine shaft where a massive water pump once was, in order to keep the mines from flooding. There's no pump today, just a lot of water at the bottom, which shows just how important it was and how complex this mining operation must have been in its prime.
What are you doing there?
Now we've been doing a lot of hiking so far, but day 5 is an opportunity to do some cycling for a change, because we're heading along the famous Monsal Trail. This is a disused railway line that stretches for over 8.5 miles through these gorgeous landscapes. You can either cycle or walk along the trail, but my personal preference would be to hire a bike at the one end, cycle all the way to the other end, and then back again. On the way you can stop at the many interesting spots, including small pretty villages, the iconic Monsal Head Viaduct and the waterfall that runs near the foot of it, and the serene Cheedale stepping stones, before finally arriving at the town of Bakewell, which marks the end or halfway point, however you want to see it, of your cycle ride. Be sure to stock up on some Bakewell tarts from here to replenish your energy. And as an insider tip, the Monsal Trail may look completely flat, but there is actually a slight incline the one way. So if you are coming back from Bakewell, be prepared for a slightly more difficult cycle than it was to get there. At this point, I just want to take a very quick pause to say thank you so much for watching the video. It really means a lot. If you are enjoying it, please do consider leaving a like and subscribing to see more adventures from all over the UK. But I won't waste any more time. Back to the road trip. On day 6, I think it's time for a much needed, much more relaxing day. And to do it, we are heading to Robin Hood's Stride. This place and Crack Cliff just next to it, which is what you can see here, is perfect for a peaceful stroll and a few nice viewpoints along the way. During your walk, be sure to catch a glimpse of the 9 Stones Close Stone Circle, a monument dating back thousands of years whose purpose is still quite unknown. There aren't many stones remaining today, there's only around 4 left, I believe, but one of them has actually been used to prop up a nearby fence, so technically they are still in the area, we can say. On day 7, it is time for the most perilous hike of this road trip so far, because we are heading up to the Giddy Edge. This hike begins in the town of Matlock and climbs up to the top of the High Tor, which is one of the biggest inland cliffs in England, by the way. And once you're at the top, you can cross the terrifying Giddy Edge itself with its narrow footpath and sheer drop to the one side. I'm just going to look around the corner. Oh, you're fine, no problem. You have a rail to hold on to, which is nice. Do you want to stick your head out? There is an alternative route to do if you don't fancy hiking along this cliff edge, which is nice to know. But after you traverse the cliff, you will slowly descend the other side into Matlock Bath for a picturesque stroll along its river to calm yourself down again and bring yourself back to reality.
Are you ready, Ellie? Already go and win me some cards. We're trying to win the cards. We are waiting for you to win the cards.
Yeah. As a bonus point, if you are in this area, very close by is Harborough Rocks, where you can explore the old Harborough Mine if you haven't had enough of old mines already, and enjoy the views over Castleton Water, which is technically just outside the borders of the Peak District, but if you fancy some water sports to have a bit more variety, this is a great place to hire a kayak maybe and enjoy some of that. Day 8 takes us away from the east and over to the west, maybe southwest corner of the Peak District for our final group of places. And here you can find epic caves, iconic stepping stones and unique landscapes. Beginning with the most epic cave of them all, and that is Thor's Cave. This cave has been inhabited since the Stone Age and sits high atop this cliff looking out over the manifold valley below. There's a spectacular hike here from the village of Wetton, which takes you to the cave and then down the hill into the valley below to see even more of what the manifold valley has to offer. On day 9, we're off to Dovedale to see the iconic stepping stones that are here and cross the River Dove. It's a perfect place for a picnic if it's a sunny day, or if it's not a sunny day, which it wasn't the first time we went, which we could barely even see these stepping stones as the river was so high. But a couple of bonus points if you're in the area. A short walking distance from the stepping stones is Ilham Park, which is a lovely picturesque manor and gardens. And if you walk a little further up the river from the stepping stones, you can see the enchanting Reynard's Cave looking down on you from above. And now it is time for day 10, which is the final day, the day to wrap up our road trip. But we're not going to take it easy because there is still some really great stuff to see. Some lovely hikes, including the hike to the unique Lud's Church. This is located in a mystical woodland and takes you to this fantastical chasm that local folklore claims was once used as a hiding place for outlaws many years ago. It's so eerie, cold and surreal to be down here.
I picked up the gremlin. Trying to go in the mud. Look, her nose is already a bit muddy. Why is your nose muddy? No, I don't want that. Look at her paws. Muddy paws.
A very short 10-minute drive from Lud's Church, you will find the Roaches. These iconic ridges stick out of the landscapes, almost looking like the back of a sleeping dragon. Plus, from the top, they offer some of the best views of this part of the Peak District. And it's time for our final stop of the road trip, which is a very fitting sunset stop. These are the hills of Parkhouse Hill and Crome Hill. We decided to climb up Crome Hill as it's the slightly easier of the two and caught a beautiful sunset. It's so nice when the sky clears and you get this relaxing golden hour, especially on the last day of a road trip. Just an absolutely beautiful place and one of these places that really allows you to just take a step back from everything and enjoy the moment being in nature. I think Peak District is perfect for that. And there you have it, that wraps up our ultimate 10-day Peak District road trip. If you enjoyed this adventure, please like the video and subscribe for more videos from all over the UK and even wider into Europe as well. Make sure you turn on those notifications so you don't miss our next adventure. And I'd love to hear in the comments which of these places you are the most excited to visit. And also feel free to let me know if there's any of your favorite places that I missed out of this video. That way we can all share ideas and enjoy even more of what the Peak District has to offer. Thank you for watching this video and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.